Meet the Applegates. Is this a bad movie? It's not a good movie. Let's get into it. What is the tagline for Meet the Applegates? Neat, the new dogs on the block. Okay. Meet the Applegates is from 1990. It lasts just over an hour and a half. It stars Ed Begley Jr. as Tom. Nope. It stars Ed Begley Jr. as Dick. It stars Stockard Channing as Jane. Yeah, what's her name? Rizzo from Greece. Rizzo the rat? No. And it features Dabney Coleman as Aunt D. Yet, a guy in a dress with a moustache. It's hilarious, I'm sure. Right. I've never heard of this movie. I've never seen it. I've never seen a poster for it. I've never seen any promotion of it. I don't remember hearing about it as a kid. This has gone way under my radar. And you should be thankful for that. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, I guess we know what you're thinking. Yeah, shit. Don't say that. But I did find out it was made in 1988 and then sat on a shelf for almost 3 years. Due to budgetary problems with New World Cinema, the studio who released the film, they should have just kept it, even to this day, on the shelf. The movie opens with a little bit of text on screen saying certain insects are losing their homes because the rainforest, deforestation. Man is coming in and digging through the rainforest, chopping it all down. Loads of insects are losing their natural habitat. All fair enough, all fine, all true. Yeah. But they're dogs? No, well, it doesn't matter how small the creature is, they're still losing their habitat. They're dogs. That doesn't matter if they're bugs, they're dogs. Doesn't matter if they're bugs. You're a dog. Anyway, these giant praying mantis cockroach things appear, chase off a bunch of American missionaries and workers. Everyone flees, they leave behind all their supplies. Yeah, so these dogs, right, they see this Dick. It's like Dick and Jane go shopping, and the first page is a picture of Ed Begley Jr. and Stockard Channing and the two people that play the kids. So they turn into them. How do they do that? I don't know. They take on human form, they speak English, they're dressed in clothes, and they move to suburban America. And they also have a pet dog. Yeah, a cute little thing, which meets a horrible end.
Oh God, no!
So Dick, Jane, Sally and Johnny move into the neighbourhood with their little dog, and they find out their neighbour across the way is Glenn Shaddix. Yeah, that's right. He is an exterminator. Oh, how ironic. The writer must have felt so proud writing that. Yeah, well. So they've come to America because they kind of want to start a nuclear apocalypse, because they know that their species and other bug species will be the only things that survive a nuclear fallout. Yeah, nice. So, the Ed Begley Jr., what's his name, Dick? Yeah, Dick just walks straight into a job at the local nuclear plant. High-ranking position. I'll just take that job, please. Yeah, doesn't seem to be a problem getting such a high-ranking post. Anyway, he gets in there, he gets his own little office, his own secretary, who he ends up having sex with. Yeah.
It's up for laughs.
I don't know who you're supposed to root for in this movie, because none of them are likeable, the main cast. None of the family. The dog's likeable because it's cute. Other than that, Dick, Jane, Johnny, Sally, I don't really like any of them. Do they dug you? Right. Sally and Johnny go to school. They fit in straight away. They are instantly befriended by the local kids, which is nice to see. It's usually, he's getting the lead, she's getting the lead. You know, that usual stuff in the late 80s, 90s. That's true. But Johnny has got a friend and he's burning an earthworm. Yeah, he's burning a worm alive. I read that this scene it was faked, using a fake worm with string and things like that. Do you believe that? I do not. Judge for yourself, folks.
Watching this worm. That's really neat, Junior.
Yeah, it's horrific. Anyway, while he's burning worms with his mate, who, I don't know why he's letting this happen because he's an insect himself, But he meets two twins who are like local stoners and local bad boys and befriends them. And Sally is on the cheerleading squad straight away, and she meets the high school jock, the cool guy. Well, he's not that cool. He tries to sexually assault her. Yeah. Lots of times. Yeah, well, he asks her out, and yeah, she needs her temperature taken with a hot death thermometer.
So what's the new girl like? I think she needs her temperature taken with an all-beef thermometer.
Yeah. He's horrible. He's gross. Later on, he tries to molest her in a graveyard. Yeah. And then, later that night, she goes on an actual date with him, and he tries to molest her on a trampoline. He actually does. He inserts himself inside her. He does her. Disgusting. So, it's the late 80s, early 90s, so it's kind of played for laughs. She turns back into an insect during this and ends up, like, cocooning him, putting him in a big ball of slime or web or shit. I don't know what it is, but it's disgusting. And then she has to hide his body. So the whole town are now up in panic because one of their most popular kids has gone missing. Just so happens it's the exterminator's kid too. Yeah, but he's gone missing. So the town have a town meeting and they decide, let's put on a musical show. What? How's that going to help? How's that going to find your lost kid? I don't know, but that's what they decide to do.
Let's put on a musical.
Dinky wrote a show.
What's it about, Russell?
It's a review.
Now, Opal, don't embarrass me.
The show's called People Are Neat.
Later, the two stoner twins climb into Johnny's room because he's grounded, so they go and see him and smoke some weed with him. While they're smoking weed, it causes him to transform into a bug. Yeah, so he kills into... Yeah, they don't actually get killed, but in the moment, it looks like these people are being killed, these high school kids. But they're being cocooned and their bodies need to be hidden. Yeah. What a nudie. Meanwhile, there's loads of sexual suggestion going on at work with Dick and his secretary. And then eventually they do just start having sex. And then they both get sacked, so she tries to blackmail him. So guess what? He kills her. Yeah, well, cocoons her. Kills her. Well, no, they're all fine by the end of the movie. Well, not fine. After that, yeah.
Traumatizing.
I don't know what rating this is, if it's a PG or a 12 or a 15 in this country. PG-13 probably in America. But there is, along with the stuff we mentioned, there's quite a lot of sexual antics, sexual perversions. Well, I mean, at some point, Dick goes and pleasures himself to a nature magazine, which has got a picture of insects having sex. Throughout the movie, Dabney Coleman appears. He phones up Dick every now and again. He's playing Auntie B. Yeah, he's a female Dick. In Unithorn, he looks like a nan. Get it? It's hilarious. Yeah, so he's saying, make sure you get those nuclear plans. I'm in charge of this operation. Don't let me down. We're going to take out the human species. Dick is feeling the pressure of this, so he decides, let's go and sneak into the power plant where he works and sneak around. Yeah. And to do this, he turns into a giant bug. He turns into a giant insect. What? You work there? You can walk around anywhere. But he decides, no, I'll turn into a 6-foot cockroach or whatever that is and crawl along the ceiling. Yeah. Back at home, Johnny is just hooked on weed, so he's smoking away. He decides to blow weed in his dog's face, which is cruel, and don't do it. Yeah. But this causes the dog to transform into a bug, which looks horrible on the little dog actor. Yeah. And then the dog turns into a big cockroach thing, flies away, and instantly gets killed by the neighbour. What a nudie. Now Jane, the wife, she is addicted to shopping since coming to America. She's, why? I don't know, but she's loving consumerism. She's got all these credit cards, she's maxed out. She eventually runs out of credit and goes and holds up a liquor store or something. So she's chased by the local cop. The local cop says to her, what's been going on? Is this you that's done this? So she kills him. Yeah, well, she cocoons him, yeah. So now they've all got at least one body to hide. We find out Sally, after her encounter with Vince, the jock, she is now heavily pregnant. She's also now gay, yeah. At some point, two guys turn up to the house and they say, you are the most normal family in America. You are straight across the board on every consensus, so you have won a prize. It's $500,000. It's a beautiful big house. It's this motorhome we've got parked outside. It's all this great stuff. Yeah, and then Sally gives birth right there and then. Well, they too her to be fair. Yeah, one of the guys gets into an argument with Sally. They can see she's heavily pregnant, but still decide to push this heavily pregnant teenage girl. And she falls and gives birth to, like, a jelly bean. Yeah, it's like a pupae or something. And the guy, instead of thinking, oh my goodness, what's wrong with your day? He just steps in it. He does, yeah.
Who is your target market? Grasshoppers?
So the family decide, let's flee, there's too much going on, let's go on vacation for a while. They take the motor home that the guys were coming to gift them, and they go and hide out in the jungle. Yeah, and Insect Fern having a lovely time, forgetting about all the people they've killed. Yeah, well, cocooned. When they come back, they find that Aunt Bee is here. Yeah, dressed as an Ann now for some reason. And Aunt Bee has brought a small army, and they're going to take out the nuclear plant and kill all humans. Hooray! I, for one, welcome our new insect overlords.
And I, for one, welcome our new insect overlords.
So Aunt Bee and his army infiltrate the nuclear plant. They're looking for codes, how to blow everything up. Meanwhile, the Applegates' true identity has been discovered by their neighbour, the Exterminator. He comes over, he frees his son, Vince, he frees the two Stoner twins, he frees the cop, he frees the secretary, whoever else has been cocooned. Yeah, we don't see most of those people again. Yeah. And then he holds the Applegates at gunpoint, leads them to the town hall where this musical show's about to start. Which never happens. What a strange thing to set up and not happen in a new day like this. Yeah, good point. Yeah. But he takes them to the town hall, puts a noose around the father's neck, and he's going to hang them one by one in front of all the townspeople.
What the
Yeah, the townspeople are like, yeah, this'll be great. Yeah. What are they doing? What kind of community is this? I don't know. But Dick manages to tell the police officer what's going on at the plant. He says, we need to get there because my Aunt Bee is going to blow up America. And why didn't the exterminator guy just shoot them? I don't know. He wanted everyone to see them hanging to death, I guess. How horrific. Anyway, the sheriff lets them go. They go to the nuclear plant. There's a big shootout, a big really, really slow, boring dogfight between Aunt Bee and Dick. It's a weird fight because they're both in insect form and they're both spitting slime or something at each other, and they can both see it. They're both shooting it at the same place, missing each other, making a puddle on the floor, and then Dick, in his insect form, steps back and steps behind a cabinet and waves on Aunt Bee. Aunt Bee, who's seen this puddle, who's contributed to this puddle, who's created most of this puddle, steps into the puddle, slips and falls, and then the big cabinet thing falls on top of Aunt Bee and crushes it. Yeah. What? Did Aunt Bee instantly forget that there's a slimy puddle there? I don't know. This movie, I can see why it was shelved for 2 years. It should have been shelved for 2,000 years. What a waste of money. Yeah, the thing is with this movie, it looks like a real movie. Do you know what I mean? A lot of the movies we watch for the Sunday show, is this a bad movie? Most of them look like they are bad movies, whether they are or not. They're cheap, they're low budget. This has got a good budget. It's got a budget of a proper movie. It's got the cast of a good movie. Yeah. It's got the idea, the premise of what could have been a good family comedy. Yeah, that it's disgusting and it's sexual and it's so badly written. It is. Anyway, now Aunt Bee has been crushed, we think, to death. Everything's good with the world. We just cut straight to the rainforest. Yeah, it's like a few months later. By the way, the nuclear plant is still like on fire and falling apart and stuff. Let's not worry about that. Let's cut to a few months later. Yeah, so we have cut to a few months later. We are in the rainforest and Dick, Jane, Sally and Johnny are in bug form and they get a visit. The exterminator, his wife, and the cat come along to the rainforest to say, hi folks, we just wanted to drop by and see how you're doing. Yeah, they're friends now who go and meet each other on vacation, even though these things are 6-foot insects. And Sally's also pregnant, and she's given birth to like 4 little Todds already. Yeah. And that's basically the end of the movie. Well, we cut to Aunt Bee, who is alive and sitting in a wheelchair in America and talking to a cockroach, and ends the movie with, hey, do you want to get something to eat? I saw a turd back there. The turd being this movie. Well, that is the end of the movie. That is Meet the Applegates, and I'm going to say it for you. This is absolute crap. I did not like this movie at all. Thank you. I thought you were going to be like, oh, this is great. I used to watch this as a kid. It's so nice. It's so good. I don't talk like that. Yes, you do. No. Anyway, Meet the Applegates. Let us know what you think. Hit like, hit subscribe, watch another video. And if you see a 6-foot cockroach, just punch it in the face.